Good morning. Today we're going to be doing a pre-dry directional with a directional finish. Um, with the pre-dry directional, this supports control and movement over various formations of hair. It's great for any length and any formation of hair, and it removes moisture and speeds up blow drying time. As you can see, this time I just speed it up. We always start in the nape here and do these diagonal back sections, so I just sort of fast forward through this so you guys get the gist with that. But yeah, there's 3 standard segments here. Section 3 is from the recession line on your dominant side along the parietal ridge across the low crown to the recession line in your non-dominant side. So that's up top there. And then segment 2, you want a section from your mastoid process on your dominant side across the occipital to the mastoid process on your non-dominant side. And then segment 1, the nape, which we already started in. So yes, what I started here in segment 1 by taking diagonal back sections in the nape, I knocked all that out. And then I moved on here to segment 2. Now, I began by taking diagonal back sections at the front hairline. On my dominant side, I stood directly behind the sections, pushing the hair away from you in a diagonal downward motion. Work on one section at a time around the head shape until you reach the front hairline on your non-dominant side. Okay, I'm just about to get to the center back. And again, pushing the hair away from you in a downward motion, one section at a time. I'm merging these other sections now. This other panel on the other side, rather. Segment 3, same thing. Again, I'm using the 413 brush here, but if you wanted to, you could use the paddle brush. This is probably the fastest blow drying system that I can think of. When I'm making this video, I was literally done in 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. It went pretty quick. With the paddle brush, it goes even quicker because you can grab and control a lot more hair at the same time. And I actually use the paddle brush for my directional finish. So as you can see, just got to the other side, and what I'm going to do now is switch my body position. And I'm going to take diagonal back sections and pull one at a time in a diagonal motion downward. Okay. Again, this is just the base through the mid shaft. So as you can see, I'm just reversing it and just mirroring that, going the opposite side. Another reason why this speeds up the blow drying process so quickly is that you're hitting the hair from both angles. You're getting both sides of the cuticle sort of dried and smooth at once. And again, just from the base to the mid shaft. And I'm going to move on to segment 3. As you can see, this is in the top here. Everything's sectioned out basically from the parietal ridge up, just above it maybe. I'm just going to brush this out slightly with our natural part there. And again, the difference between a style part And the natural part is basically where the part natural falls versus where they like to do their hair and how they like it to look. Okay, so in segment 3 here, we're going to begin in the frontal area on your dominant side. Take clean diagonal back sections and push the hair forward in a diagonal motion toward the face. And go back here so you can see. And that was my alarm. So you want to continue working around the head shape and pushing the hair until you reach the frontal area on your non-dominant side. It's really sort of like a horseshoe shape starting on your dominant side. If you think about it, I'm just doing a U around her head and then you reverse it. Okay, now we're going into the finish and I'm going to be using my paddle brush. As you can see here, we have 3 standard segments, starting in segment 1, 2, 3, 3 being above the parietal ridge, 1 being down here in the nape. So with the directional finish, it provides a simple, consistent system for the finish. Hair is finished from the base to the ends with movement. It's excellent for finishing curly and extra curly hair, and great for hair of any length. And again, you're starting in the nape there. Using my paddle brush, she's gonna get dry pretty quick. Taking diagonal back sections in the nape, as we always do. Stand directly behind the sections, push the hair away, and then work 1 section at a time until you reach your non-dominant side. Switch your body position, stand directly in front of the section you want to begin, and pull the hair toward you on your non-dominant side using diagonal back sections. Now we're in segment 2. Begin by taking diagonal back sections at the front hairline on your dominant side. Stand directly behind the sections and push the hair away from you in the diagonal motion. Work 1 section at a time around the head until you reach the hairline on your non-dominant side. Again, this is going to go pretty quick because of the brush and the pre-dry we did. I'm already working on the other panel in segment 2, and I'm just sort of blasting through this right now. And then I switched my body position. Now I'm on my non-dominant side, taking diagonal back, pulling the sections one at a time in a diagonal downward motion. Just working my way around the head here, mirroring exactly what I did on the other side. And before you know it, we are going to move on to segment 3. And guess what? It is identical to the pre-dry in segment 3. You're just going all the way through the ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop her hair, get it all down, and start in the top hairline. Dominant side, take clean diagonal back sections, and blow her out. You horseshoe shape around the head and then reverse it. And like I said, I was done with this in about 15 minutes. Pretty quick, pretty easy, especially when you got someplace to be. Thank you.